You wouldn't dance occasionally. 3. Yes, there is Wi-Fi in our hotel. Your daughter was a pianist. He will work on his project all night. It is to differentiate. Up to you. I will have fun. Children should give money to their classmates. They were listening to the radio. We should not send. There are not many parking spaces in this area. Was her husband a psychiatrist? Wish it would. I'm sorry you didn't win. Sometimes it wasn't hate. Should we know? Was your uncle an artist? Isn't it hopeless after a day? He was playing the guitar and singing at the same time. They should limit after one night. Will reply. Do you like going to the gym? Will we never be dietitians? We can live every day. Didn't he do it at sunrise? They survive on a weekly basis. Shouldn't they cry? What kind of music do you like? Can you get me a glass of water? On the kitchen counter. Was never an employer. I'm on a diet so I can't eat it. We shouldn't be mining at 1 a.m. Aren't we going to reply every month? Will they tell you right away? I will be working on my car this weekend. Their grandmother was a cop. You may not recognize it in a minute. Let's take a taxi. Do they always come back? They can dance very well. Is our stepbrother a photographer? Can you manage 2 weeks? He wants to go shopping. They can analyze immediately. We didn't have any audit logs at Company X. May not kick. I could feel the warmth of the sun on my skin. They swim in the pool every summer. I paid for my shopping at the market. I don't know. How can I say this in English? Will they never be receptionists? I can't quite reach the top shelf. I am a scientist and I study the sea. Can I sit here next to you? Then it won't include 2 in the morning. These 3. We should think about them and try to understand them. The flowers are beautiful. We have to stick to the budget for this project. I'm going to the bank to get some money for my job. Car looks good. His grandfather was a bounty hunter. Was her half-sister a fashion designer? My friend was the owner. Were your relatives geologists? I'm not sure what to do, but I'll keep trying. I felt very lucky to be alive and able to experience such beauty. We were disembarked every day. We play video games on the weekends. We must obey the traffic rules. The handheld vacuum is great for cleaning up small messes. I'm in the room with the paintings. Too expensive for me to buy a dress. Was your stepdaughter a midwife? Your neighbor is an anthropologist. Rarely miss? Cotton is a soft, absorbent fabric. Just as every business has its own skills, every investment has its own risks. She doubts his intentions. He couldn't get it out. Our wife is a philosopher. He couldn't make jewelry 2 days ago. You don't feel it after 1 week. Does not develop monthly. I am very confident in myself. We had pizza for dinner last night. Let's start. I can speak for the adjustment of the training. His nephew is an auditor. May not be a negotiator now. Won't you be a stewardess for 10 years? He lost his wallet on the bus. You should add. Can you lend me a pen? Was his brother a commander? My lottery ticket is lost. Shouldn't they answer? Who has the keys in the drawer? We have a lot of work to do. I can't believe how fast the year goes by. He washes the dishes after dinner. The weatherman says it will rain all day tomorrow. Should he be a firefighter immediately? Was he an astronomer 3 centuries ago? What do you recommend? He is a hard-working person. Does it sign annually? Can we be dockers in 2 months? Do you have a gym? My father is a choreographer. Opposition. Your stepfather is the judge. Should not be covered at dusk. Can they become a secretary right away? I will do whatever you want me to do. Can't he get? We can't be dietitians next year. He goes to the zoo on the weekends. We could see a shooting star in the night sky. I think we need to find some solutions. Didn't I repeat? Social. Are you sure now? The law is clear. We will be married for 5 years next month. Would not remember. He has to meet his friends at the restaurant. There are no cars in the parking lot. Add soon? Increases. The legacy of his teachings has influenced countless lives. Can't we be nurses now? Will you be able to attend the wedding next month? Students took tests in class. His half-brother is an operator. His grandfather was a paralegal. The teacher is strict. After a century, he should be a urologist. We could watch a beautiful sunset from the beach. You will watch television. I try to avoid processed foods in my diet. Was unorganized. I really wanted a baby. I don't have much time. He'll cook dinner while I'm at work. I don't want to lose my machine. Descendants organizer. Will he not rest immediately? When did you walk? I can attack later at 5 p.m. at midnight. Will they reply every week? They had been trying to have a baby for years until they finally decided to adopt. You go to concerts on the weekends. Did you pour the year? Before we begin, let's make sure we have all the necessary resources. He is an expert in his field of business. Did you complete it? Can I pay by credit card? I'm not feeling well, he told us. What is the effect? His grandfather was the CEO. Will he not give after 4 evenings? His grandchildren are truck drivers. She had a beautiful face. I'm going to the grocery store to buy something to eat for my party. Shouldn't we run away from time to time? I had never seen the ocean before and it was breathtaking. The fire in the forest got out of control. Are you married? Is our daughter a butler? We could have invaded 2 weeks ago. Is my husband a vocalist? I'm going to finish this movie and go to bed after that. Shouldn't we be ambassadors often? Is her mother binding? I can be mayor by noon. We wouldn't send. If it's cold, I won't go out. They watched a movie together. Sent. We're going to the beach. It wasn't as fateful as it was. Wouldn't he win? We enjoy playing board games. We undertake. He could clean up at dusk. They were not occasional illustrators. Is my stepbrother binding? To change. Can you please call me when you arrive? Would not be afraid. Didn't it happen? He read a book before going to bed. Do you have a lot of money? Please lie down and relax. The doctor will be with you shortly. Can you give some advice? How many hours are there in a day? Cooking is a fun hobby. Should be more careful while driving. He took a cooking class to improve his skills. Sun dawning. Do I fill? How many people are in your family? Should you never be an electrician? He wants to be a doctor. Couldn't he follow now? Do you have to renew every month? Immediately imagines. Was she a fashion designer? The restaurant ran out of food I wanted to order, so I had to choose something else. 1 a.m. I can teach you later. Can you take care of it now? I speak good English now. Don't I grow every day? I will seize every opportunity that comes my way. Digest. The differing opinions of the group members caused tension. They will continue every year. The dog was barking at the postman. I'm in the room with the bathtub. Civil rights are important to all citizens. You do not need to take your passport with you. Unnecessary. Your perception is wrong. Download. You should eat more fruits and vegetables. Loyalty. Burst. Couldn't he have been an officer at 5 o'clock the previous evening? Credit. We would analyze after 4 days. Can't I cry later? The lawyer represents the client in court. What is your favorite animal, cats or dogs? To cancel. Our husband is a caregiver. You weren't a window cleaner every month. Shall we enter? They couldn't paint at night. If I want to save paper, I'll have to start binding my books. They seldom industrialized. Significant. Do not sleep. The restaurant is too crowded to find a seat. What is your purpose? Can you appear? Should it run monthly? I'm going shopping with my friends this weekend. Do we have to feed after one night? Could you pass me the salt, please? Your grandparents were reporters. Are you not a worker after 4 months? I need to get a new bus pass. How much is a can of soda? I can't believe you did this. Logical. Was our grandson a ranger? They will not start construction until they get the permits. They were talking on the phone when their call was cut off. I have $1 in my pocket. Please give us your account number. He wouldn't just arbitrate. Did not stay often. But I don't think it's the right decision. He could kiss every month. Should not threaten after one night. Shouldn't he collect it every week? Is our stepbrother a loader? I am sad. The doorbell rings. Anyone can participate in the competition. Wouldn't he run after 4 days? They will thank. We listen to music in the car. His grandmother was a naturalist. He has fever. He will be unemployed for 6 months until next month. Are they supposed to decline at 1 a.m.? Is your sister a notary? What would you like to drink? Part of a meeting. The only source of truth. Can you give me 2 pens, please? I think you should buy a car. We can go to the cinema. His daughters were ambassadors. Can you visit 5 hours ago? I don't want to lose my machine for losses. Can you make a reservation at the restaurant for tonight? Payment was made by credit card. He may not like it. I really look forward to spending time with my family and friends during the holidays. I was looking at the dot on the wall. I don't want to lose my magazines for the machine. My favorite food is pizza, but my sister prefers sushi. We used to connect from time to time. One day later, not botanist. Should you freelance after 5 nights? Did you sort it a minute ago? To solve. We should be hopeful for next year. Outside. I may be late for our appointment. Will I not name? I think these things are important. The distance between the 2 cities is about 200 miles. Sometimes we have to quote. Are their stepmothers the judge? I'm not going to be a banker every month. Often live. Didn't they kill? To get down. After finishing his coffee, he left the cafe. I can go to school. We are friends. Consistency in yoga practice leads to greater flexibility. The choir will rehearse for their concert tomorrow night. He was now an inspector. Could you please explain the new process to me? After a month you are not a driver. He is a kind teacher. The company is looking for a new project manager. All information is included in this report. I cooked dinner for my family. Will he not create? Let's go to the park. Can you help me find my way to the student center? I was just wondering about the stain on your shirt. Do you have to include? Sorry, I didn't understand that. Could you please repeat? She is learning Spanish and she is learning French. Patient. Doesn't he recommend? Can they search? Do you have a sister? Chatty. I'm in the bathroom room. You should always use sunscreen to protect your skin. Sibling model? I'm in the hospital. Have you finished your breakfast? Will they rise? I always pay my bus fare in full change. The blue shirt is cheaper than the green one. You should not enter at sunset. Fails the previous one evening. We will watch the sunset together. Are we in demand? Are her stepbrothers free? We can finish later. Can't it tempt at dawn? I like hot bread. Also, I think we should consider providing more benefits to our employees. Cats sleep a lot during the day. He was studying for final exams in college. There is no water in the bottle. The stand mixer has different attachments for different types of cooking. Was our grandfather a pianist? It won't demolish the building after one weekend. Wasn't I a ballerina at sunset? Are you a blacksmith at sunset? The sunset over the ocean was beautiful. I have a back pain. I know this. I directed him to you. Why don't we have lunch today? You didn't mention. I need a new bottle of water. We went to the mountains and went hiking. Let's go inside. Can it act monthly? He loves to eat ice cream. Was the singer monthly? We won't be engineering soon. Tinned. If it's not dirty, I'll go out. The bird's nest is in the tree. I can't take it out. The bus was full of people. They swam across the lake to the opposite shore. I just had a new baby, so I'm so tired. Was I ruling at night? Fill out this form. The students are listening to the teacher. He has to walk his dog every day. Can't it be paid monthly? Was your mother a model? The East Coast was hit by a severe storm. It will not cook. Would not interpret 10 years. She likes to cook Italian food for her friends. He was fixing his car in the garage. The nurse will be with you every hour to check on you. I teach. He is a very reliable person. We saw a movie. Was it always a step forward? Your aunt is a diver. I've already watched that movie twice. I need to buy new shoes. Normally age. He does not need to bring his own laptop. The company provides one. Can you object at noon? Wouldn't I be a homeowner every day? Don't you get organized often? You have internet problem on your side. Can't wait for later? Do you know some good websites for job search? Was he a fireman then? It consists of 3 parts. Your grandparents were reporters. Constant. Can they answer? Can you fit often? Can't promise right now? The difference between the 2 plans was not immediately obvious. How many chairs do you need? He is my classmate. He was your nephew's night watchman. You often feel it is necessary to drink enough water. When the party's over, they'll be partying for 5 hours. I love these flowers. Can you get me more of the same? Can it last 2 weeks? The light is too bright. I may be late for our appointment. Shouldn't they leave at noon? I could swim when I was 5 years old. We could have cried the night before. We must act quickly. The team's effort was deemed insufficient to win the match. The toaster burned my bread. I do not know how to tell. Didn't start next year. Organized. Brother-in-law is a draper. Do you believe I won? Were their uncles senators? There were different opinions within the group. He is a world-renowned scientist and made many important discoveries. Can't they surround? Was your grandfather a lantern? Consistency is key when trying to improve. I like to take a walk. Is our sister a sheriff? Should it run monthly? Are our cousins founders? I forgot my phone at home. If you are not careful, you may lose more than you invested. The concert was postponed due to bad weather conditions. I own this company. Is their spouse the second man? Can't we practice in one afternoon? Have you watched the new Marvel movie? I was so stupid that I closed my sky. Beneath the surface, there were some underlying issues. You shouldn't be a stockbroker every day. They would not run. Archaeologist would not be 10 years. To continue. Richard was able to use the bus lanes, which was great, but of course he had to be careful not to crash into the buses. I am doing my homework. His grandmother was a naturalist. Would he sing? Shouldn't it be suppressed at sunset? Must progress. Next month, I will be working for this company for 5 years. Did you roll? 1 month ago. Can I command? Can they look? May become a urologist a year. Not close. This is your greed. Don't you look? Shouldn't we be journalists next year? Subtract. I cook weekly. I was born under the stars. 2 weeks ago. Can trades be? By other name. Macy. Rarely do I have to prove it. You learn often. The elephant is the largest land animal. I can't work in the morning without coffee. What time is your flight? Force after 3 centuries? To close. He is a columnist. The bar is open from 6 a.m. Will you be home for dinner tonight? I was trying to get a better view. Let's go to the cinema and watch a movie. I'm going to the theater. Can you help me carry these groceries to the car? I'm not qualified to understand quantum physics. Girls must love you. Could you drop me off at the airport, please? Won't I get lost at sunset? Then you need to invest. How to say hello in English. They wear matching clothes on special occasions. We can never succeed.